Yeah, very good.
Ma'am, it's very simple.
It's very simple. Yes, a clean show. No, not like that. You have to change your hands. Yeah, Farhana, show me how you are doing.
Ma'am, I'm not able to do it.
Slowly only. Both are victories.
I can do it.
Who is doing? Muneem, you can do. Yeah, you did 3 times.
Like this.
Yeah, great. Muneem is doing so fast.
Only I know are the ones, in Lion King. What's that?
You know, Safia, what you have to do? Abdullah, you did try?
Ma'am, I joined just now. How will I know?
See, one hand you have to make this sign and one hand you have to make victory sign, okay? Then exchange.
Oh, got it.
Understood?
This and like this and victory.
One is this sign and one is
Other one is victory.
yeah.
Then this one would be this, and
Yeah,
this one
then
would
this
be
one
this.
will be victory and this one will be like this. Okay? Then this one will be like this one will be like then this one will
Ma'am, the trick is when you do like this, when you do like this, you have to just open this one and this two down, and then it is like this, and then opposite here.
yes. How many is telling? Can you try?
Yes, ma'am.
Try.
Like this and like this, ma'am. Then you need to do like this and like this. And then again you need to change it like this.
Yes, you have to change it like this. The Muneem was doing very fast, huh? Great, Muneem.
We are planning. Saida ma'am and I am planning a little bit.
Okay, time is, what is the time now?
Like this.
Still 11:05 now. Amina,
I said I should put both the victories, ma'am. I don't want this one defeat and one.
Amina is not able to add a password. I just got the message in Mandela.
Okay, we'll do all of these later.
Can you inform your dad that Amina is not able to log in? Or
Yes, ma'am.
is not able to add? Is she adding the same link ID, the Zoom? Okay. Who has joined just now? Who is Safia Ahmed?
Ma'am, you continue. I will have Amina log in. I think there's an issue with that. And I'll just make you the co-host. So it'll be easy for you.
And start with the class then.
Yeah, please go ahead. I will help her. I think there's some issue with the last time Aisha could not log in. So there is some issue with the device perhaps. I'll check that out.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay. So done with our activity, brain activity. You can practice at home. Okay. In this one, you know what you have to do. Just practice. Next class again, I'll ask you. Okay. So next time it should be faster. You can do this thing also. Huh? Any two things you have to take.
Ma'am, this is easy, ma'am.
This is easy. No, any two gesture you take, it will be difficult to change continuously. Okay, so you practice, and next class I'll ask you which gesture you have practiced. Okay. Okay. Now coming to our topic, respiration. Now I want all of you to take 5 breaths, deep breath. You know how to take deep in and then exhale out. Okay, and then observe your body, what changes is taking place outside physically. Like Muazzam and Mudabbir, you can see yourself and you can check that what change is happening to your body. Not internal change. Internal we have done. Like external means externally how your body is changing. Understood? So take 5 breath, then I will ask you. When you are breathing in, what is happening to your body? When you are exhaling, what is happening to your body?
Ma'am, that's 5 times.
Do you have cold, Safia?
No, ma'am.
No? So your nostril should be clear to breathe in air completely, more volume of air. Okay. Okay. So I'll start with Muazzam. Muazzam, what changes you observed when you were breathing in? When you were taking air through your nostril, what happened? What happened to your body? What changes were taking place?
Ma'am, the ribs were expanding and contracting.
No, when you are taking in, when you are taking air in, then at that time what was happening?
The ribs were expanding.
But ribs you cannot see, na? Ribs is inside your body.
Ma'am,
You can say yes, Safia.
the breathing stops.
What stops?
Breathing.
Breathing. No.
When you take in air, ma'am, when you take in air, you can breathe out, ma'am.
No, so breathing is both. Inhalation and exhalation together is breathing. Okay. So breathing is not stopping. You are breathing. You are breathing in air and breathing out air. So when you are breathing in, Muazzam was correct. Ribs expand, but ribs you are not able to see. What body part you are able to see?
Chest. Ma'am, nostrils.
Yes, correct.
Nose, ma'am.
also
Nose.
expands because air is moving in. Very good. So what
And you
else?
can see nose, this.
Yeah, so nose expands, correct? Your chest expands, and what happens to stomach?
It digests things.
Stomach digesting. that is fine.
Digests air inside, ma'am.
Air inside. So what happens?
Uh,
Breathe in again and see your stomach is going out or going in.
It's going out, ma'am.
Going
Yes,
out.
ma'am.
When you're breathing out, what happens? Reverse.
yes, ma'am.
What happens?
Reverse.
Reverse means chest goes in
And stomach also goes in. And
because you are emptying the air from your body, and air means mainly, what does that air consist of? When you are breathing out, that air consists of mainly what gas?
Carbon dioxide.
Oxygen.
It is no oxygen, so you have taken in, used by your body. So the gas which you are exhaling is mostly
Carbon
carbon.
dioxide.
Okay, carbon dioxide portion is amount of carbon dioxide is more. See, nitrogen, so as it is comes out, it goes in and it comes out. But carbon dioxide goes in very less amount, but it goes out in a large amount. Only 0.035% carbon dioxide moves into your body. And how much carbon dioxide is coming out? 4%. Why 4%? From where this extra carbon dioxide has come in your
Ma'am,
blood and then in your then in the air. Yeah.
already there is carbon dioxide in your body. The cells, the cells give it to the blood, and the blood took
There
it to
is
the.
carbon dioxide in our body,
Yeah,
but
it's already there.
where it is being produced, carbon dioxide in our body, Sakleen?
In the cells, ma'am.
in the lungs.
No,
Yes, ma'am.
lungs they are coming, but they are produced in the cells. Why? Because cells undergo a process of respiration where glucose and what else they take?
Hydrogen. No, oxygen.
Oxygen. Glucose and oxygen combine together to give energy and carbon dioxide
Dioxide to the
water. Okay, so that carbon dioxide goes to blood, and that blood through circulatory system comes to lungs, and at lungs, at which place the exchange takes place? At lungs, which part of the respiratory system the exchange of gases takes place?
Wait.
Ma'am.
Stomach.
No, the
Not in respiratory system. Stomach is in digestive system.
capillaries, alveoli.
Yeah. Capillary
Oh, yeah.
the alveoli. Okay, we'll be doing it again. Before that, I just want you to see a video. Remember I told you to bring balloons and straws and you were not getting straws, okay? You're not getting, so we didn't do that activity. See, whenever you get that straw and balloon, you can do this activity at home. This is a very interesting.
I have straws and balloons.
You have?
I also had, but
Ma'am, I also
wrote
have.
them.
Okay, just
Ma'am, I've
show
saved them
you one
once.
video. It is a 5-minute activity. Do it at home. Just think as a assignment, if you can do a next class, if you can show me the activity, it would be good. See, what we have to do, I'll show you how lungs function. See, what we do, we inhale and we think because we are inhaling, that is why our chest comes out and stomach comes out. But it is the other way around. Okay, it is the other way around. It is not like that, that because we are inhaling and that is why the chest expand. This is a misconception. Actually, this chest expand, the lung expand, and that is why air moves in. Now, why this happen, I'll explain to you using this activity. Just see this activity and then I'll explain you why it happens like that. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just observe this video.
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how that straw was on the other side than that bursted balloon was the other side when he was pulling and it was blowing.
That is the thing I have to explain. Exactly as just a moment. My this thing is still there. Just a moment.
पापा हमारा ऐड गलत छप गया है.
Shruti ma'am, you're muted.
My video. Yeah, it's fine now.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. So what was there? You saw that two balloons that represent our heart, and at the bottom you had one more balloon. When you were stretching it, the lungs was expanding, right? This was happening. So the bottom portion, whatever the bottom, you remember the bottom balloon? You remember that bottom balloon? Just show me yes.
That bursted balloon.
Pulling it down, when you were pulling it down, the lungs was expanding, right? This was your observation. All of you observed that? Okay. Now same thing happens in our body also. In our body you have left lung and right lung, and at the bottom of the lungs you have a diaphragm. Okay, so diaphragm is a muscle. When it contracts or expands, it makes our lungs expand. Same thing happens here also. When the diaphragm contract, means it moves down, the lungs expand. Both the lungs, it expands means more air will move in. Now why it happens? See, first step is the brain sends a message to diaphragm to contract. See, here we were doing with our own hand. We were pulling it, the diaphragm part, the balloon part, we were pulling it down and the lungs was expanding. But in our body, the brain sends the message to diaphragm to contract. Contract means the diaphragm will move down. When the diaphragm moves down, the lungs will expand. Okay. Now, when lungs expand, what happens? The volume inside lung increases. Is it clear? Volume will be more, you know, gas occupies full space given. Okay. Gas has no definite shape and size. So it occupies the full volume of the container. Now, when lungs expands, diaphragm is contracting, but lungs will expand. When lungs expand, rib also expand, and that is why your chest expands. Okay. Now, when lungs expand, the volume inside the lungs increases. Now, when volume increases, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. You know what is inversely proportional? Have you done proportionality in maths? You can say yes or no. So then I'll explain what is proportionality. You know what is it? No? Okay. See, what happens? Proportionality means when one thing increases, the other thing also increases. It is called as directly proportional. And when one thing increases and the other quantity decreases, it is called as inversely proportional. Now, for example, I'll give you an example of directly proportional. So, price of one pencil is suppose 10 rupees. So, price of 10 pencil will be what? More? Or, so, it will be more, no?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you will say that price and quantity are directly proportional. Understood? One thing you are increasing, the other thing will also increase. Now, if I say one person completes a work in 10 days, so 10 person will complete the same work in how many days? Less
100 days.
1 day.
More days, ma'am.
1 day.
1 day, 1 day.
Ma'am.
I'm just asking you more days or less days. Suppose
Okay.
Safia completes her homework alone in suppose 1 hour. And if Safia, Farhana and Amina, all of three together doing the same project, same work, so how much time it will take? It will take lesser time, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So number of person increased, time decreases. So this is what inversely proportional. Understood this? What is inversely proportional and what is directly proportional? So
Yes,
same
ma'am.
thing happens here also in lungs. When volume increases, the pressure inside the lungs decreases. Okay? Because what happens? You know what is pressure? Pressure is actually, this is a physics topic, but because it is related, I'll explain you why pressure increases or decreases. Pressure is basically collision between the gas molecules.
Now, what is a collision?
Collision means, what is it? Collision?
Join.
No, not join.
Fusion.
When you're running
Fusion.
together, what is it? What do you call it?
Fusion. Fusion.
Crash.
Fusion. You are not joining together. Then you move in different directions. What is it?
Crash.
Crash. Yeah. When you are crashing each other and then moving in different directions. So that is called as collision. Collision means Hindi we say takkar lag gaya.
Huh. That's
Understood?
crashing, ma'am.
That is called as collisions. So gas में क्या होता है? Molecules are randomly moving like this. ऐसा. You know that ना? Gaseous molecules moving randomly
Yeah.
directions. So they collide with each other and they collide with the walls of the container also. Okay, collide means same thing, takkar. Okay, so because of this collision, the pressure is developed in gas. Okay, so collision की वजह से pressure is developed. Now when you increase the volume, pressure collision will decrease. Is it clear or not? Just imagine.
Okay.
Just imagine in your place, suppose, just imagine in a room, in a small room, if two people are there, okay, and running in that room, what will happen? Probability of collision is very less. So pressure is less. If you decrease the volume, means you make a room very small and those two people will be running, they will collide with each other. Understood? Getting it or not? So pressure increases. So just understand, when volume increases, pressure decreases. And when volume decreases, pressure increases. Is it clear or not? Clear? So just remember this way. So what happens when lungs expands, pressure decreases. When inside lungs pressure decreases, what happens outside? Outside, what pressure is there outside? Outside is atmospheric pressure. You know what is atmospheric pressure? What is atmosphere? Anybody knows what is atmosphere?
Earth, the air around us is
Air around.
atmosphere.
Yes.
Earth's blanket we can call, na? Earth's blanket, like thing which covers the earth.
A blanket of air. Okay, so air surrounding the earth's surface is atmosphere, and it is also gas, and gas exerts pressure, because I told you pressure is because of the collision between the gaseous molecules. So atmosphere also exerts pressure on our body. Okay, so atmospheric pressure is very high, but what happens, our blood pressure is also of the same level, so it does not harm our body. Now what happens when lungs pressure decreases? Outside pressure is more, so it moves, air moves into the nostril to the lungs. Understood what happens? How gas moves? I told you gas moves from higher concentration to lower concentration. That means higher pressure to lower pressure also. So what happens when your lungs pressure decreases? Outside pressure is more, so it pushes air through your nostril and to the lungs. Understood? Then when lungs pressure is full, now what happens? Now air is there in the lungs, and then what happens? Brain sends the signal to the diaphragm. Diaphragm expand hoga, so what happens to lungs? Lungs volume will decrease and it will push air outside. So this is the science behind inhalation and exhalation. It is not the other way around, that you are because you are expanding your chest, that is why air is moving in. This is not the reason. Because the pressure inside the lungs is decreased, so that is why air moves in, and when air moves in, that is why your chest expands. Other way around. Understood? So now I'll show you through the slide, you will understand. If you have not understood this thing, I can repeat again. If you want me to repeat, I can repeat. Anyone? You want me to repeat?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah? Okay. With the help of slide, I'll explain once again. Can you see this slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So can you see all these pictures? Can you find any similarity in these pictures?
Oxygen, ma'am. Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. They have less oxygen.
Ma'am, all of them need oxygen to breathe, ma'am.
Yes. All of them need oxygen to breathe. So why do they need oxygen to breathe? That means wherever they are, there is less supply of oxygen, right? Except this case. Okay, just explain. We'll start with the first picture. First picture, Amina, can you tell me? Suppose this is a Mount Everest, okay, and the mountaineers are climbing the Mount Everest. So why they are carrying this oxygen cylinder?
Because on height there's less of oxygen.
So as you go high, the altitude above the earth, you know that air becomes thin. When air is thin, so that means lesser amount of oxygen is there because atmosphere is very, very thin. Now what happens in underwater? Who will explain this?
Under the water, there is very less oxygen.
There is oxygen, but we cannot take it in.
We cannot take it in because it is mixed with hydrogen.
Who will answer? Raise your hand. Yes, Farhana.
There is oxygen in water, but our body is not made to take the oxygen that is dissolved in water.
Yeah, dissolved. That is why we have lungs. We don't have gills, right? It's less amount of oxygen in water also. Also, there is pressure on. You know why this person is wearing a special suit? You know that?
Ma'am, to take in
This scuba diving kit.
Ma'am, to trap warmth.
No, not for warmth. Actually, what happens when you go deep down water, pressure is so high that
Yeah.
your will be torn apart if you don't wear this suit. Okay, so that is why.
ma'am, and if you like, if you don't wear that specs, now you get blind. Like you can't see anything in the water.
Yes. For that you are wearing goggles, water goggles, okay? And body suit because the pressure is very high. Oxygen because you cannot breathe in the oxygen dissolved in water. That is also very less in quantity. So, and what is this? Who is this?
Astronaut.
Astronaut.
So why do they take oxygen cylinder on their back? There are many things on
Because in space there's no oxygen.
There is no oxygen.
There is gravity.
the claim
But there is no oxygen.
because there is no atmosphere, so no air and no oxygen. So that is why they need to.
Only gravity is there.
And do you know what is this? What is this?
It's an
Ma'am, this mask is in the
Mask in the
plane.
aeroplane. Why it is provided?
If the airplane crashes or something happens, so they can take it.
In case
When we are higher, sometimes oxygen level goes down.
Yeah, sometimes oxygen level goes down during landing or during landing. So what happens? So that is why this is provided so that the mask comes down on its own and you are able to take in oxygen when there is low level of oxygen in the cabin. Understood? So this is for emergency. And this one, any person suffering, this you can see it is a hospital scene. So any person suffering from respiratory disorder will need oxygen. Correct? Nowadays, you know why we are sitting at home, because
A pandemic.
coronavirus pandemic is COVID-19. Because of this, we get respiratory problems only. Okay? So,
This is possible. I'm not thinking too far ahead. I'm trying to make it like our module.
moving to the next slide, just mute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the track that you already know, but once again, I'll show you. Air moves in through the nasal cavity, through nostrils to nasal cavity, after nasal and sequence of like you remember the sequence in circulatory system, same way the path you have to remember in respiratory system also, like air moves in with through nostril to nasal cavity to pharynx, then larynx, then through epiglottis, it will enter to trachea, which is the main windpipe, and then the two branches are called as bronchi, and then these branches further branch out into bronchioles. These bronchioles will end up into alveoli, where the exchange of gases takes place. And why so many branches and so many millions of alveoli are there in the lungs? Why it is there? I have explained you earlier also. Why number of alveoli and too many branches? Lungs only two, but why?
To increase the surface area.
Yes, to increase the surface area, because we need more amount of oxygen in our body. So increase the surface area. These questions are very important. So that is why I keep on asking you the reasoning questions. So remember these reasons why number of alveoli is more, why branches are more, to increase the surface area. And the second point, why this mucus is present in your nose. Why mucus is present in your nose? Yes, Safia? Tell me.
Ma'am, am I audible? No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are audible.
Mucus is present in our nose, ma'am, you said?
Yeah.
Because, ma'am, they help prevent, like, there are sticky things in our body, so they help prevent it. Like, they don't, there's some gas, so this thing, it blocks the unwanted air.
Unwanted foreign particles or pathogens. Air will go inside because gas will go anyway. The unwanted, the poisonous gas will go. If you are inhaling carbon monoxide, it will go to your lungs and it will damage your lungs and you will choke. But the other foreign particles, materials, dust, pathogens, they will not allow these things to go inside the lungs, and through sneezing, it will move out. Okay, through sneeze, you know na, sneezing, how do you do, Akshi? You do like that, na? Correct. So it moves out through your nose. Okay, you should not hold back your sneeze. You should always sneeze it freely, because that is preventing the unwanted particles, to not allowing the unwanted pathogens to move inside your lungs. Okay, because once it goes, it will not come out. Only gases come out of the lungs. So solid particle will choke your lungs. Understood this? So that is why the mucus is present. It is also present to wet the air. Air should be wet. Moisture is also important. Otherwise, what will happen if the dry air moves into the throat or through the trachea?
And you'll have lots of coughing.
And it will damage it. So that is why the inner walls are covered with fine hair. Fine hair is called as cilia. Okay. So inner walls of trachea is covered with fine hair. Even your nose also has got minute hair, so that it protects, it moistens the air moving inside the...
From foreign particles.
Yeah. So when it moves inside, the air, moist air will move to the bronchus and then move to the bronchioles, and then the oxygenated air moves into the alveoli. Now, alveoli is wrapped around, and the capillaries of the circulatory system are wrapped around these alveoli. So what circulatory system does to these alveoli? The capillaries of circulatory system, it transfers which gas to alveoli, and alveoli will give which gas to the capillaries?
Alveoli will give oxygen. Oxygen.
Yeah, Humera.
And that other one, capillaries, they give carbon dioxide to the alveoli.
Okay, Humera, you tell me which gas from the capillaries will enter to the alveoli? Which gas is coming to lungs?
Oxygen.
Pulmonary artery.
Ma'am.
Munib, do you know?
Ma'am.
Carbon dioxide, then it exchanges.
Yes, carbon dioxide is coming from from heart. You remember, carbon dioxide rich blood is coming at lungs. Carbon dioxide is being dropped, and this alveoli drops oxygen into the capillaries, and the capillaries go back to the pulmonary vein, and oxygenated blood takes it through the pulmonary vein to the which side of heart?
Right side.
Left.
Left atrium. Okay, so this process continues with circulatory system together. Respiratory and circulatory system are acting together at a time. Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
I had a question, ma'am.
Yes.
Can food enter your lungs and air enter your stomach?
Yeah.
Instead of...
Air usually enter. Okay. One point I missed over here. There is epiglottis present just above the larynx. Larynx is through your vocal cord from which the voice comes. This epiglottis function you already know in digestive system. What happens during eating, during chewing and swallowing? This epiglottis covers the windpipe, okay, so that the food does not enter the trachea. So that is why we say if it is not covered, what will happen? The food will enter because the two pipes are together. The windpipe and the esophagus, food pipe, okay, both are just close to each other. So, and you know that this is joined, throat is joined and the two pipes are separated. One goes to digestive system and one goes to the lungs. Now, when the swallowed food particle, if by mistake it enters lungs, it has no way to move out. So what will happen? It is a thin pipe. It will choke trachea or bronchioles. Anywhere it will get stuck. And if it gets stuck, what will happen? It will not allow air to move in. If air does not move into the lungs, you know what will happen? You are not able to breathe. You are not able to supply oxygen to the body. So breathing stops. When breathing stops, everything will stop. You know that? You are choked, right? So everything stops. Your heart will not function because heart is not getting oxygenated blood. You are not able to breathe. Carbon dioxide level rises inside your body. And you remember how difficult it is to hold your breath. So same way, then you will not be able to take in oxygen. So it becomes, your body will not survive. Understood? So if one system also doesn't act, your body will not survive. But this is very important system. As breathing stops, and breathing will stop. So that is why this role of epiglottis is very important. Whenever you are eating, this epiglottis closes the windpipe. Okay. Otherwise, and when you are taking in air, when you are breathing through your mouth, air is moving into your stomach. Okay. So it doesn't matter. See, air goes in the stomach if sometimes it may be problematic because some pathogen may enter through your mouth because there is no filtration taking place. So, but that is a minute problem. Air entering the stomach is okay sometimes. Sometimes, unless it's some dangerous particle enter inside the stomach, otherwise it is fine. But food particle entering trachea will block the windpipe and you will not be able to breathe. Understood, Abdullah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, but we breathe and eat together. So how does it work? You know?
See, when you are chewing now, when you have to gulp something down, that time it will be closed. Continuously you are not doing. Okay. So that is why when during digestion also I told you, you don't have to eat very fast. You
Yes, ma'am. When we try to gulp,
and take your time and chew and eat food. Okay. So what happens when you are gulping it and not chewing properly? So there might be accident of going that food particle into your windpipe. So that is why while running, while doing something physical, at that time you should not eat. Okay. You should sit, relax and eat in a relaxed way. Understood? Chewing properly, because big food particles also should not go. You know that now, you know digestive system, each part has a role to play. So teeth also has a role and tongue also has a role to play. So you have to chew your food particle and then swallow and gulp it down. Okay.
Your promise about the cobra pictures.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have a question. Like when you're in an emergency, you can't eat relaxedly. Like you have a plane to catch, you can't eat it relaxedly. So then,
Get up early so that you eat food properly. Okay. That is in your hand, na, Safia? If you get up early, you will get more time.
Ma'am, but the plane should be at 4 o'clock like that then?
Then you get up at 2 o'clock. Don't buy that plane's ticket if you're not able to get up too early. Okay?
Okay.
But eating properly is a must. Okay? So because you should not take your body for granted. You know that each and every part of the body is very important. So you have to pay attention to each and every part of your body. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. This is the track. This is the track that you can see over here, which I explained just now. The same track is there. Oxygen-rich air from environment to nasal cavities, to pharynx, to trachea, to bronchi. Bronchi and bronchioles are different, so you have to remember that. Bronchi to bronchioles to alveoli. And at alveoli, exchange takes place of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Then it moves to bronchioles, then to bronchi. Understood? That is the way out. So same path it will follow. Bronchioles, bronchi, then trachea, pharynx, nasal cavities, and carbon dioxide rich air to the environment. Is it clear? This flow chart is clear to everyone. The same thing in the diagram, it is written in the form of flow chart. Okay. So this is the pathway that you have, that the air follows through for one breath. And can anyone explain me this? Just now I have explained this picture, the right hand side picture. Can anyone explain me today? Ahmad, I have not heard from you. Ahmad, can you explain this picture? Yeah, Ahmad, you're there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, tell me, can you explain this picture? Everything is written over here, and just now I have explained also. Actually, it is the role of circulatory system in our body in respiration, or you can say in respiration. What is the role of circulatory system?
The circulatory system gives oxygen, takes oxygen from the lungs and gives it to the cells that need oxygen.
Okay. Correct, half correct. Circulatory system picks up oxygen from lungs and supplies it to the heart, so that heart pumps to each and every cell of the body. Okay, is it clear, everyone? What is the role of circulatory system? Circulatory system takes oxygen from lungs, which is respiratory system. Okay, and second part, it drops carbon dioxide in the alveoli and takes oxygen and supplies it to each and every tissue and cell of the body. Got it? Everyone clear this thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you go to the previous slide, please?
Dad,
Just 1 minute.
Just a moment. This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You want to ask something?
No, I was just writing it.
Yeah, okay. So this path should be clear to everyone, and the part, see, after pharynx, you can write larynx also. Pharynx is just back of the nasal cavity, pharynx and larynx, okay? Then trachea, bronchi to bronchioles, alveoli, oxygen, where oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange takes place, okay? And then bronchioles, and the same path follows back. Okay, done? Abdullah, is it done? Yeah, Abdullah, done? Can you hear me, Abdullah?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Done, okay. Okay, so there is a matching question. Just try to solve it. Just now we did. Can you see this table, everyone? Okay, this we did in the last video, the previous class video we have done. As carbon dioxide build up in the blood. Okay, leave this. We'll start with diffusion. See, two matching you have to do, the peach color and blue color. You have to match. Okay, so two different colors. Yeah, Amina, can you tell me what is diffusion? Diffusion will match with what?
Ma'am, can I try?
Ma'am, oxygen.
One answer you can give, okay? Yeah.
No, oxygen is carried by diffusion.
Yeah, Amina, are you giving me the answer?
Ma'am, oxygen is carried by diffusion.
I can't hear, Amina. Just repeat. Diffusion is?
Oxygen is carried by diffusion.
What is carried by diffusion? Which one you?
And she's telling
Ma'am, she said
oxygen is carried by diffusion.
Oxygen is carried by diffusion. No,
Yes.
something else will be there. Who will answer?
Ma'am,
Okay, Farhana.
gas exchange occurs by diffusion.
Yes, gas exchange occurs by diffusion. Okay, I'm also doing with you only. Moistens, warms, and filters air of dust and germs. Which part moistens, warms, and filter? Who will answer?
Mucus.
Yes, mucus moistens, warms, and filters air, air of dust and germs. Okay. Next is flaps over the top of the larynx. Sakleen. Flap over the top means covering.
Epiglottis.
Yes. Farhana, you answered? Yeah. Flap over the top of larynx is epiglottis. Okay. Flap which covers and opens, so that is epiglottis. Okay, this is exchange of gas between blood and body cells.
As carbon dioxide build up in the blood.
As carbon dioxide build up in the blood. See this answer, I'll tell you. As carbon dioxide build up in the blood, it turns into bicarbonate ion and pH of blood drops. This is the matching thing. When carbon dioxide builds up in the blood, it turns into bicarbonate ion and pH of blood rises. Drops, I'm sorry. Just a moment. Okay. And which were exchange of gas between blood and body cells. It is internal
respiration.
Okay, so it is internal respiration. Then what is left? 2 phases of breathing. This is clear. 2 phases of breathing is what?
Inhalation and exhalation.
Yes, inhalation and exhalation. Then hemoglobin. Who will answer hemoglobin? Munib? What will you answer for hemoglobin?
Ma'am, oxygen is carried by.
Yes, Sumaira, very good. Oxygen is carried.
Oxygen is carried by hemoglobin.
Yeah, oxygen attaches to hemoglobin and then blood reaches to each and every part of the cell and oxygen is supplied there. Okay, so this is this matching I think we have done. Next one is the last one. Now, how the body gets oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Again, peach and blue is there. Huh? How the body gets oxygen. Some of the questions are repeated also. How the body gets oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Yes, Safia? The chapter which we are doing. Through respiration only, na? Through respiration, your body gets oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Okay? Okay, this one. Small tubes from the bronchi. Muazzam. Today your camera is off, Muazzam and Mudabbir. I can't see you. Yeah, Muazzam. Small tubes from the bronchi.
And bronchioles?
Yes, bronchioles. So small tubes from the bronchi is bronchioles. Okay. Moistens, warms, and filter air of dust and germs. Ahmad?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, Ahmad?
Mucus.
Yes, mucus. Muscle between the pharynx and trachea.
Really? No.
Pharynx and trachea. The flap, you remember the flap? No, it is here. No, it is not there. It is larynx. Okay. Between pharynx and trachea, there is larynx.
Larynx.
Okay. This is the answer. Tubes from the trachea is what are the tubes?
Cellular.
No. After trachea, 2 tubes are there. What are these?
Yeah.
What are these, Farhana? These are bronchi. Okay, you need to be familiar with the terms of respiratory system. Just revise all the parts of respiratory system, then only you will understand. Okay, tiny air sac in the lungs. Air sac in the lungs, smallest, millions of air sacs are there. Who will answer? Amina?
Alveoli.
Alveoli. Alveoli.
Yes. What is left now? Cell gets energy from glucose in cells. So it is cellular respiration. Okay. And cellular, internal and external. These are 3 types of respiration. Okay, understood? So just revise. The next class I'll do, already I have explained in the beginning the pressure difference and how breathing takes place. Abdullah, I'll explain it in the next class on the slide. Okay, so which I was explaining in the beginning about the pressure difference, atmospheric pressure and the lungs pressure. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Okay, so
Thank you so much, ma'am. Everybody, we have a guest lecture coming up on design thinking SDG. So we'll be back at 11. All right, everyone. Sorry, 12. Yeah, Abdullah. Sorry, your time is different. 12. Everybody. Yes, for Amina.
I wanted to tell you something that when you upload the videos on YouTube, so can you just for the title, can you write like what we have done in the class? Like,
Yeah, I saw the message. So Amina, what my request is, see, I don't see all the lectures. The query, I upload them. So if you miss a lecture, if you want, just check the dates. I will put them under the category of Mandela, right, and the subject. So you don't have to worry about it. But once you see it, no, just check the dates. I'll try to categorize it. Like for this lecture, I was not there. I was in the Curie lecture. So I don't know the title. Okay, but you can just check the date. Like you can say, okay, Monday, this is what I missed out on, or this is what I want to check up. And hopefully you all, some of you know, I will make you the admin of YouTube. You can tag Mandela lectures. Can you do that for me? You can edit it. Okay, I mean, I'll try to tag as many as I can, but they are in the playlist according to the dates. Is that fine with all of you? Yeah, thanks for the feedback. I'll try to do that. So maybe I'll ask you all, what should I name this particular lecture? Science respiratory?
Respiration. Actually, respiration 1, 2, 3 like that we can continue.
We can do that. Yeah. All right. I'll probably upload that. Okay. Thank you so much. 11 o'clock, we have a guest coming up. So go have some water and we'll come back. Thank you, Shruti ma'am.
Okay, bye.